Des Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV signing in. Yo, slow is the tempo. I'm talking about an info. Do I look tired, people? Yep, I might be a little tired, but we're gonna listen to some Cannibal Corpse, yeah? 2 minute Mutilated, 10 tracks, Metal Blade Records. What more need I say? Let's be real. We've listened to the first 2 records. Now we're on to the third. Starting off with a classic. This is a death metal classic, right? Hammer Smashed Face. Let's go. Listen to that bass guitar. I've heard this one before. Not in depth though. What tuning is this in? This can't be standard tuning, can it? Ba-ba-da, ba-ba-da. Ba-ba-da, ba-ba-da. You know what? They really went out of their way on the song titles on this record. On this record, they've really gone out of the way to create horrible song titles. Super tight, eh? That snare's brilliant. Come on. Ba-ba-da, ba-ba-da. Mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing. If the record is as consistent as the first song on the record, this is going to be an incredible death metal record. The vocals are gruesome and horrible. The riffage is fantastic. That dissonant slash chromatic, you know, butter under your fingertip fretboard magic is absolutely amazing. I feel like this guitar work would be a lot of fun to play, you know. Some of them riffs just sound so fun. The snare is ignorant and the production is quality. We got IG's Blood coming up next. There's ROCKSTEADY, King of the Pit TV. Tomb of the Mutilated is the record. I assume that this one is gonna get 18 plus as far as like the album is concerned. But hey, we're going through the Cannibal Corpse record, and is it surprising, really? You know the title of this one. This is track number 2. Let's go. Let's go. Arguably, you could call it brutal death metal, don't you think? Here we go. The drumming is really good on this record. Jeez, what an audio assault. What an audio assault. I'm really pleased with the production on this record. I think the sound engineering's really cool, man. I think it works. I think it works very well. So that was a classic. We've had 2 classics back to back. And I'm actually quite surprised this next one didn't become a classic due to its title as well. So let's move on. We've got track number 3 next, alright? Yes, now blessed. Now don't forget the rest. Now Des Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV. I might get a takeaway order, you know. We're listening to Cannibal Corpse. CC Crowd Control. Track 3 of 10. Well, I say 3 of 10. It's 3 of 9 because there's a live song at the end of this. We're not going to do the live one. This is Addicted to Skin. Alright, let's go.
I don't know. I just took that knife
First sample I've heard in a Cannibal Corpse true.
down to her anus. And I cut out the vagina and ate it.
One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. That's a riff. Come on. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. This is a thrasher, this one, eh? This is such a great record. The guitar work is really good. The riffs are really good. The drumming's really good as well, you know? Here we go. Come on. Incredible, incredible. Man, this is a great record. This is a great record. You know what? I'll be real with you. I know it's part of the parcel, but do you think it's devalued by the sort of gross imagery and titles? It's iconic imagery, but do you think this music is so good, like this is such good death metal, do you think it actually enhances the fact that it's that good and gross, or do you think, you know, it actually detracts from it because it's just a bit, one may call tasteless? You tell me, you tell me. Who am I to say? It's horror film music, innit? We've got Split Wide Open coming up. Des Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, listening to Cannibal Corpse. This is track 4, Split Wide Open it's called. Let's go. Let's go. Better. Great riffing. Come on. Dun, 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 dun. Come on. Little. Better. Insane, absolutely insane. There's such a high ceiling on this. This is great death metal. If you know me, you know I'm not the biggest death metal head. You know, I like punk music as opposed to metal music, generally speaking. But this is a great sounding death metal record, in my opinion. This is fresh. It sounds good. Like it doesn't sound just boring, which some traditional death metal can be. This is good. I think it's got an air of like brutality to it, like a bit of a brutal death metal edge. Whether we like to admit it or not, I do think so. We got Necropedophile coming up next. All right, let's keep things moving. Put your harness on. I'll see you there. Yes, now bless. Now don't forget to rest. Now Des Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV, listening to Cannibal Corpse today. Track 5 of 9. Let's call it Necropedophile. Let's go. Some easy listening for you, eh? ba. I'm not gonna listen to the sample. I think that's weird, to be honest with you. I know it's a piece of artwork, but and you know you can write horror concepts, but it comes from the mind of a person, and I think that nonsense shit is a bit extra, to be honest with you. But that was Necropedophile. It was an alright tune. It wasn't the best tune on the record, to be honest with you. But it was consistent. I mean, we haven't taken a low on this record, to be honest. It's been very consistent, very good. I don't have too much to comment on as far as that one's concerned. We've got the Cryptic Stench coming up next. I'll see you there, alright? Yes, now, bless now. Don't forget the rest now, people. There's Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV signing in. The Cryptic Stench is the title of this one. We're listening to Cannibal Corpse 2 with the Mutilated, track 6 of 10. Let's bounce. Gonna get a pizza in tonight, I think. Great riff. Isn't it fantastic? The crossover, which is so clear, yet at the same time so distorted. The separation of heavy metal, like old school heavy metal sounds, and da 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 da, and how we get it so frequently within traditional death metal music. That heavy metal stuff is so fantastic when you find it in death metal, because you hear it, but at the same point it's so extremified that it just doesn't feel heavy metal anymore. It's death metal now. This is a good record. This is a really good record. I'm very happy with this. I like the sound. I like how we just spoke on heavy metal as far as the riffing is concerned, but the drummer's taken a lot of elements out of punk rock. There's a lot of punk rock beats and skanky-esque playing, and I think that's fantastic, as opposed to just like noise and extremity. I think it's fantastic. We got Entrails Ripped coming up next, alright? Yes, now bless now. Don't forget to rest now. There's Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV signing in. We're listening to Cannibal Corpse. This one's Entrails Ripped. It's track number 7 of 10. Am I going to say the full name of the title? Most definitely not. Not out of grotesque purpose, but this malarkey don't get monetized anyway, but I just need to make sure that I don't annoy the powers that be, alright? Punk rock's not dead. Come on. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Let's continue going. I might have rewinded the track a little bit just because I needed to sort the volume. Well, I need to sort the audio out. So let's jump in. Is it Chris Barnes on the vocals? We've not got credits on this. I'd like to know who, because these are the most brutal vocals we've had from Cannibal Corpse as of so far. The vocals are very good. I was going to say horrible, ridiculous. I don't want you to take it the wrong way. Like, I think they're absolutely brilliant. What a great sound this record has. This record's going to get a good rating from me. I can tell you that already. We've got Postmortal Ejaculation coming up next. Des Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV, listening to Tomb of the Mutilated. 2 tracks to go. This is track 8 of 9, entitled Postmortal Ejaculation. Let's go. Ooh. Come on. Very good. Even a cheeky little breaky D on here. A bit of E-chug on this one. Yeah, very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. I'm blown away by the vocals, man. I think the vocals are really good. Back in the day, I wouldn't have liked these vocals. I would have thought they would have lacked character, but I think the production has really sort of gone into the depths of the guttural of it all, and it just sounds absolutely fantastic. Really good. I think it's very pleasing to the ears. We've got Beyond the Cemetery. We're going to finish this record off. I'll see you there. Yes, now bless now, people. Don't forget the rest now. Des Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV. We're going to finish this record off. We've been listening to Tomb of the Mutilated by Cannibal Corpse, the great Cannibal Corpse. Beyond the Cemetery is the last track, and I think it's the longest track on the record, so let's go. Come on. Chris Barnes. Cannibal Corpse or Morbid Angel, people, what we saying? I think Cannibal Corpse are better. As of my journey so far, I think Cannibal Corpse are better. It feels to me like this record, such as the Deicide debut, my opinion, it's just death metal done right, man. This just really done right. Yeah, those dudes were just jamming out there at the end. Little bass noodle there, popping. Yeah, those dudes were just jamming out there at the end. Them vocals are awesome. Them vocals are so brutal, man. So guttural. Great record. Great record. I'm going to do one last video. I'm going to rate it out of 10. I'm going to give you an overview. And you know what? We might even pop to the Wikipedia, see if there's interesting facts about this record. Something to talk about, alright? I'll see you there. Yes, now bless now, people. Don't forget to rest now. There's ROCKSTEADY at King of the Pit TV. We just listened to Cannibal Corpse. Thought I'd put a bit of the old Corpse on. This is the third record. Tomb of the Mutilated. Jeez. So I'm going to start off by making this statement. It was a good record. It most definitely was a good record. This is great death metal. And I don't know when this came out, to be honest with you. Somewhere in the 90s, but I don't know where. We're going to do another video after where we look at the Wikipedia and have a discussion of any factoids that may have been around this record and beyond. But with that being said, I would argue the sound and the production and just the vocal line on this was ahead of its time, man. I don't know when it was brought out, but it's so brutal, man. Death metal, yes. I would argue verging on brutal death metal with them vocals, them gutturals are just crazy, man. The production on this record is pristine, absolutely fantastic. It doesn't get much better. The guitar lines are great. The guitar lines are death metal through and through. There is no deviation from death metal, and that's fantastic. The drummer does an incredible job. Drummer flirts around with a couple of punk rhythms and styles from time to time, a little bit of thrash metal here and there. I like that a lot. Like I said, the vocal line's fantastic. The bass has got an incredible presence. Great pop and high end to the bass. You hear it. Even has plenty of noodles in this record where it just sort of goes off on one. Absolutely. Wow, fantastic. Sound engineering couldn't have been any better. Bro, 9 songs. I would argue that, I mean, it could be 8 songs, but 9 songs probably the optimal amount of material on this record. It doesn't outstay its welcome. It shouldn't outstay its welcome. It's intense death metal music. Very concentrated. Each and every, separate section had something new to bring. It was well varied as far as the riffage was concerned without breaking out of the boundary it needed to stay within. Yeah, very good. Lyrical content, a little bit gruesome. Well, as far as lyrically, you can't hear it, but, song title-wise, a little bit gruesome. I guess it's shock value for the most part, but I perceive this band as sort of like a horror film. Metaphorically speaking, the horror film of, metal music. It tells a gruesome story, depicts horrible, visuals and so forth. So that's really good. If I'm going to rate this record, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. How do you improve this record? I don't even know. I'm just not the biggest death metal fan of all time, so I'm not going to return to the record. But I'll give it 8 out of 10, which is more than respectable, more than respectful. And on that note, we're going to move on to the Wikipedia page, see what information we can find. I bet we've got some funny controversies on this one. Let's keep going. There's ROCKSTEADY at King of the Pit TV. Tomb of the Mutilated, okay, that's the record we just listened to track by track and we did a review. Now we're going to have a little look of the Wikipedia page, okay. The artwork is actually different on Wikipedia. There's a little more colour. I think that might be the old variation. I do like it. I do like it if it's got a different variation of the logo as well. So let's see what information we got on this. Tomb of the Mutilated is the third studio album by American death metal band Cannibal Corpse, released in 1992. So with it being put out in 92, I'm going to say it was ahead of its time. I'm most definitely going to say the sound of this is ahead of its time. They were peppering records because Butchered at Birth only came out in 91. Hammer Smashed Face came out in 93. What was that? It was a debut EP. Quite interesting that you can have a debut EP even though you put albums out. That's pretty cool. So it's put out by Metal Blade. It's the last record to feature the band's original lineup, as founding guitarist Bob Rosé was fired after the album's release. I wonder why. The opening track, Hammer Smash Face, quickly became the band's signature song. The track was featured during the band's cameo appearance in the 94 comedy film Ace Ventura. I think this band's got loads of signature songs, in all fairness, as well as the downloadable content for the video game Rock Band video game series, as if it was on Rock Band. The song Icon Blood is also featured in the video game Grand Theft Auto Lost and the Damned. Lyrical themes. So, reviewers Jack Murray and Connor Joyce have both stated their belief that Tomb of the Mutilated is a high-concept album concerned with extreme necrophilia and sadism. Murray said it's a very clever idea concerning the rape and murder of a young girl with a large knife continuing to rape the corpse until orgasm. This is crazy. This theme is particularly present in the last 4 tracks on the album. Are you telling me it's a concept album? I had no idea this was a concept record. You'd never know, would you? This theme is particular. While Joyce announced in Finnish metal magazine Mutilate, this album has heavy connotations through, but it's definitely linked, especially in the last 3 tracks. The explicit nature of which Barnes grunts his way through the increasingly morbid lyrics certainly demonstrates the theme running through an album, that is to say, the increasingly deteriorating mental state of the protagonist. As if Chris Barnes stated on page 71 of the June 2008 issue of Decibel that Entrails Ripped was based on 2 brothers, one of whom was semi-disabled, that was serving a life prison sentence. Barnes stated that they captured some girl and the semi-retarded brother was taught into putting a coat hanger here and there to pull out her intestines. Jesus Christ. It was recorded in June, between the 1st of June to the 15th of June 92 at Morris Sound Recording, and it was released in September 22nd, 92. Only 35 minutes long. It's the right amount of time. Yeah, right amount of time. You could even knock it down to 30, to be honest with you. It's the right album length, I would say. Because the liner notes on Butchered at Birth featured quotations from American serial killer Albert Fish, he is often incorrectly credited with being the voice at the beginning of Addicted to Skin. However, the taped confession heard at the beginning of the song most likely belongs to the Genesee River killer Arthur Shawcross. We got an alternate cover here as well, a censored version, pretty cool. AllMusic gave it 3 out of 5. Collector's Guide Heavy Metal 8 out of 10. Rock Hard 8.5 out of 10. Reception. Reviewers praised the album. Heavy Metal Web Scene Kicked in the Face stated, "I loved every second of it. This is a must-have for any Cannibal Corpse fan. It would be hard pick out of good or bad tracks on this one because, well, they're all pretty damn good." Yeah, I agree. Metal Storm announced the music here was a little more complex and better elaborated. The effort is shown in songs like Hammer Smash Face with maddening and unforgettable riffs, a crushing bass playing and incredibly fast drumming, Icon Blood showing incredible pulsations, a high quality album in general, really one of the greatest albums in Cannibal Corpse history and maybe in death metal history too. I agree, as of so far from what I've heard, I agree. In 2005, Tomb of the Mutilated was ranked 278 in Rock Hard Magazine's book of the 500 greatest rock and metal albums of all time. All lyrics written by Chris Barnes, so Chris Barnes is laughing. Chris Barnes is making money when Corpse Grinder goes and performs live with these songs. Chris Barnes is laughing. He's making a couple of quid off of this. Not a problem at all. That was Tomb of the Mutilated. I'm happy to go on to do more Cannibal Corpse. That was really fun, to be fair with you. I'm signing out.